Let's talk about sentences. I've got another sentence here from Dennis Johnson's short story, Emergency. We'll read that real quick. Nurse went to the wall intercom and buzzed the doctor on duty, the family service person. So, finding the subject and verb, we can do that pretty easily in this one, right? What's the main action here? Well, it's not as easy as we think, actually. What's the main action? And who's doing it? Let's start by finding the subject then. Who's the sentence about? The sentence is about nurse. So she's our subject. And if you pay attention to the story, you'll see that she's a noun, and she's a proper noun. Usually we think of nurse lowercase to be like a common noun, but nurse, here it's at the beginning of the sentence, so it's capitalized, but elsewhere in the story, it's always capitalized. So if she's not the nurse, she is nurse, and they refer to her as nurse like it's her name, so kind of a goofy thing. But if it's used that way, then she's a subject, and that's being used as a proper noun. And nurse does a couple of things. What does she do? One, she went, and she also buzzed. So here we have a simple sentence with another compound verb, okay? So went is our verb, and we'll call that verb 1. Now, where did she go? We have to. To is one of those words that often acts as a preposition. It acts like as a preposition here, so preposition. And we're learning every preposition has an object, right? So where did she go? She went to what? Not just the wall, but the wall intercom, okay? So this is our object of the preposition, and it's a noun. Wall is also a noun, but here it's acting as an adjective, right? Because it's describing the intercom. What kind of intercom? The wall intercom. We've seen the plenty of times. It's a definite article acting as an adjective, okay, or a modifier, however you want to think about that. So nurse went to the wall intercom. She went, and she also buzzed. So we have and connecting those things. It's a coordinating conjunction. And then what else did she do? She buzzed. So this is our verb number 2. Excellent. Okay, so after our first verb, went, we had a prepositional phrase. Here we have the doctor. What is the doctor? Well, actually, doctor is the object. It's a noun, but it's the direct object because the doctor is the one being buzzed, right? Nurse buzzed the doctor. Subject, verb, object. The, again, we've done this before, so it's our modifier. Now, on duty, here's another prepositional phrase. So preposition, this is a noun, the object of the preposition. So and then something interesting kind of happens here, okay? So nurse went to the wall intercom and buzzed the doctor on duty. Okay. We could end the sentence here, but we don't. Now we have a comma and the family service person. What's happening here? Is this a phrase? Is it a clause? A clause has a subject and a verb. We have independent clauses and dependent clauses. And then we have phrases, which are really just groups of words that do not have subjects and verbs, that don't have both of those. So we have a phrase here, and this is what we call a noun phrase, because we're using one noun, person, to rename another noun, doctor, okay? What kind of doctor? The family service person, okay? So we have it's our definite article. Family service is a proper noun, but here it's being used as an adjective, right? Just kind of like wall is a noun, but it was being used as an adjective. Wall was describing the kind of intercom. Here, family service is describing the kind of person. So it's, a proper noun acting as adjective. Kind of a goofy thing there. And then person is our noun, and it's this is the noun renaming doctor, okay? So this is what we call a noun phrase. So if someone were to talk about me, they might say, Brendan Tote, my English teacher, lives in Sioux City, okay? So my English teacher in that situation is a noun phrase. And then that word teacher, that's a noun, and that's renaming Brendan Tote, right? So it's one noun, teacher, renaming another noun, proper noun, Brendan Tote. So we have subject, verb, prepositional phrase, conjunction, connecting us to our second verb, the object of that verb, we have a prepositional phrase, and then we have a noun phrase. And person is renaming doctor. Hope this helps. See you next time.